Hey, what is up, everyone?
Hey!
Hope you enjoyed the last installment of this video. As you clearly could tell by the description and the title, we are comparing the
Fractal Audio AX8 with the, I guess it's the USA lead patch.
Yeah.
With the Mark IV setting on the Mesa Mark V 35.
Which are behind us. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do another video of a blind test with Kaylin playing riffs. I'll be switching speaker cables, and we have them level matched. And once again, in this demonstration, it is just the guitar going straight to one of the two amps. He's going to have two cables hanging off his guitar strap. I'm going to plug them into separate amps in the back behind him. And then I'll be fiddling with speaker cables to get different sounds. We're going to do about 3 or 4 examples. And from that, Kaylin will talk about what he's perceived, what he's experienced from the amps.
And hopefully not embarrass myself.
And he will hopefully choose which one is the Fractal and which one is the Mesa.
Yes,
and
that is the goal. We'll see if it happens.
If you haven't seen the last episode, it's in the description below. You need to. It is amazing. It is my favorite video of all time. Is it yours, Kaylin?
I don't. That's debatable. But it was fun. Well, depends on your definition of fun. But I had fun. It was
Are
good.
you a masochist?
It was good. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
For sure. Well, without further ado, let's get on it. So, Kalen, what were your impressions of 1 and 2?
Okay. So just to make sure, the 1 was the silver cable and 2 was black, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's funny. I think I know which one's which. I'm pretty confident. I would put money on it. I liked the first one better.
Okay.
Just tonal response wise. I mean, they're so close. Honestly, we like even before we'd set everything up and we kind of like desensitized our ears. Yeah. Like we were both like, man, this sounds really, really close.
So we were dialing it in, and it got to the point that I didn't know he switched, and I was like, okay, we're done. It's good. We're done. We blasted some music in here for about 20, 30 minutes, and then we started filming.
I didn't know the first few riffs. I didn't know like for sure which one was which. Again, still don't know for sure, but I'm confident. It took several times switching back and forth for me to notice a distinguishable difference to my ears. Feel wise, I didn't really notice too much difference, which is kind of like the big thing people say, like, well, does it feel the same, man?
When you were dialing your volume back, I was kind of surprised that both of them cleaned up as much as they did, and that the Fractal was able to get pretty stinking clean as well. Yeah,
they both cleaned up pretty equally well. Like, I mean, they both responded super well, and they both felt great. And I think it's, regardless of which one's which, I think it's, at least from my perspective, it's fair to say, Fractal, or the modeling in this case, wins regardless. The fact that they're even so close to where it's so hard to distinguish, I would be happy with either, and either would get me results I'm super stoked on. So at the end of the day, the fact that the modeling is to this point is impressive, and just goes to show how awesome it is.
Well, you get like 95% there at almost half the price.
Oh, for sure. And then you have
not including cabs and all that other stuff.
Myriad of amps to choose from, plus effects, and I would even argue like 95%. It's like, I think you can get 100% of the way there. Like I think you can, and that's a big statement, but I think if you spent the time, I think you can get it there. It may take a little bit more tweaking and stuff, but I think it's definitely a possibility.
Especially when you put the fact that there's a dynamic microphone in front of it. What can a dynamic microphone properly even transduce? And then, okay.
And if the feel's there, then it doesn't matter. If it feels good and responds to your playing the way you think it should, which both did equally well, I would say. Like, regardless which one's which, they both felt awesome. So it's
So
awesome.
What do you think was what?
Okay, so if I were to guess, I would say, like I said, I liked the first one response, the first one better, and I think that one is the Fractal. And then I think the second one was the amp. I did notice a little bit more, I don't want to say ice pickiness, but the presence, like in the, what I believe is the real amp, was a little bit more spiky and a little bit more sizzly, versus the Fractal came across a little bit more refined in the top end transients, in my opinion. So that was literally the only thing I was able to like distinguish my decision off of. And it could be like, but I thought the Fractal was a little bit more refined. And so that would be my guess.
Okay. So 1, silver cable, Fractal, and then 2 was Mesa black cable.
Cool. All right, so,
well, everyone.
All right. Well, at least I have some credibility to my name. But I will say, like I said, legitimately.
Oh, I haven't revealed it yet.
Okay.
I was repeating what you said back to you.
Oh, damn it! I thought you were like, okay.
No. Okay. So, did Kalen get it right? You did.
Yes. Oh my god. You made me like. You gave me some confidence that I thought insecurity. I was like, yes, okay, I know. And then you're like, oh wait, I haven't actually given you it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But
Okay.
yes, you got it right.
Okay,
so
good.
you did do it.
Awesome.
So if you haven't seen
Good
the first
to
video
know.
and this bums you out, check that one out.
It's way more humbling, I promise.
Awesome.
Oh man. Okay, cool.
But yeah, man, they both sounded incredibly good. I was actually super surprised that the digital version of a high gain amp was able to clean up the way it did and
Yeah.
retain warmth. That was the weirdest part, was when you went down to low volume and you started strumming some of those open-ish chords. I was like, dude, that sounds so warm.
And that's very much one reason I really like Mesa for high gain, for this reason alone. And I prefer them over like 5150s and a lot of other great high gain amps out there, is they are, in my opinion, the most dynamic high gain amps. Like, they respond dynamically. You know, like 5150s are super compressed, super wall of sound. They sound awesome, but they're very much like they don't clean up like
their
that.
Their clean channels aren't clean.
Their clean channels aren't even clean, and it doesn't clean up that way when you roll the volume knob back in the same way that a Mesa does. And it doesn't respond the same way when you really dig in and when you back off with your playing. So the fact the Fractal got that aspect of the Mesa dialed in is crazy to me. That's just insane. So, yeah.
Well, hey, I hope this video was informative. I hope you had fun. And I hope if you were able to guess which was which, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
If you weren't, that's the beauty of modern modeling. Whether it's the head rush, whether it's a helix, whether it's a fractal, whether it's a Kemper.
Yeah.
There's so many available options out there if you're using bias effects or amplitude.
Right.
Just the digital amp market is saturated with awesome products at multiple price points.
For sure. And we've used, in some capacity, I've used all of those. And I 100% believe you can get very convincing, great tones out of any of those products. It's just a matter of taking the time to learn them and figuring out how to dial in and trust your ear.
All right, well, hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button and stay tuned, because we're releasing a podcast soon. And we're gonna have a lot more discussions. If you enjoy our talks when we talk about stuff, it's a lot of that and a lot of our perspective on recording, producing, and different things like that.
For sure. Yeah, we love the talking aspect in the YouTube videos, but we also want to focus on a lot of the content in the YouTube videos. So we're like, how can we have these discussions outside the context of the YouTube video?
Because you guys don't want to see us sit here and talk for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You want to see the comparison and move on. And so bringing a podcast to this will allow us to kind of talk about that kind of stuff for those that are interested in those things.
And if not, you don't have to listen to it, but please listen to it, please.
Absolutely.
That'd be amazing.
And so we will let you know when that goes live. If you want to know, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see y'all soon.
Later.